Hello, my name's Peter Wren from the I Wanna Believe channel, and welcome to Paranormal Encounters. Get ready to journey into the mysterious and unsettling world of the paranormal. In this gripping show, Paranormal Encounters, we delve into the lives of those who have come face to face with the unexplained. Through candid and heartfelt conversations, we bring you the graphic, personal, and emotional stories of paranormal witnesses, revealing the chilling realities that lie beyond the veil.
My name is Jason Hassler. I live in Vancouver, Washington. This is my story. We moved into this old house. It was probably over 100 years old when I was like 7, 8 years old. And we'd previously had some other family members live in that house. So they'd had some experiences of their own in the house, but it didn't take too long before we started having some experiences. Most of the first signs was, because I was a kid and I'd heard about some of the things that were going on. I think a lot of it was in my head at first, but then we actually started to hear some things. Like there was in the middle of the night, you'd hear someone coughing in the bathroom, and even things moving around upstairs in the attic. There wasn't, you couldn't really actually. It wasn't safe to be up there, but you can hear things moving around up there, and you'd go look up there, and there wouldn't be anything up there, but. Yeah. Then I would say I have a brother, and his room was across from mine, and our closets were touching. So like there was basically it was the same, but there was a wall in between, and now we both would see this. We would see a guy in our closet, and it was almost like, I don't know, almost described like he was dressed like almost like Freddy Krueger, I guess. I don't know if we just watched too much TV when we were kids or whatever, but we both as adults have talked about it, and we saw the same thing, and we were both afraid of it. And I do know that when my uncle was there, he went into the closet to change the light bulb, and the door got shut, and he was stuck in there for a while. He couldn't get the door open. So the closet, for some reason, we're 7-ish, and we just, it scared us. We talked about it as kids a little bit, but of course, in my mind, like we would just tell each, yeah, we're kids, we're imagining stuff, but like honestly, looking back, if we're seeing the same thing, we're not together. There's probably a reason for that. It's not our imagination.
How did did you ever tell your parents about what was going on?
Yeah, they knew, mostly because we were kids. They would just tell us that we had bad dreams and that kind of thing, just to not to make sure that we weren't scared and that kind of stuff. So they didn't really discuss it with us too much, but we did hear adults talking. Maybe we listened to conversations we weren't supposed to, like kids do, and they were talking about some of the ghost type stuff that happened to other people in the house before us. Like there was the front door. There was a front door of the house that was stuck shut, and nobody could get it open. And then one day they came home and the door was wide open. I'm not really sure why it was stuck shut, but I guess nobody could get it open, which is weird for a door. But yeah, they came home one day and it was just wide open. So, and then it opened from then on. So kind of a weird experience with that.
Did you ever did you ever delve into the history of the home?
No, it would be fun to do. The home no longer exists, but the property might be kind of fun to look at. I really haven't, because I was a kid when I was there. So, but it might be interesting to look at now and see if. I know that the house was not at its original location. That's one thing I do know. But I know the house was moved, but I don't know exactly how far or where it was moved from.
What impacts did this experience have with you in life itself?
Well, I mean, ever since I, was a young kid seeing that kind of stuff, I had a different perspective of what's really going on. I always question things, whether it be religion or, ghosts, because, they tell kids that ghosts and aliens and that kind of stuff doesn't exist. But when you see that kind of stuff growing up, you always question that, and it led me to have a deep interest in the paranormal, and I've grown up and become a paranormal investigator and kind of looking into that kind of stuff, seeing if I can get some answers. And I think the longer I do it, the more questions I have, actually.
What's so what happened at the end of the
We ended
house?
up we ended up moving, and then one of my dad's friends moved in for a while, and I'm not sure if he had experiences there or not, but I do know that my dad would mess with him and like go in there when he wasn't home, and like I know he like took the because he would tell him that it was haunted. He like took all the labels off all the soup cans and stuff like that, just being funny. But but I know he did that. But it's and then I would say probably 10 or 15 years ago they tore the house down because it was so old it just wasn't safe anymore. And I know they're building on that property now, but it's moving pretty slowly. They don't have any. They have houses next door, but nothing where that actual house was. It was actually on I believe it was like 40 acre farm. Kind of scary.